Okay, here we got a Honda HR-V. It's a 65 plate. Looking to change the battery out. So I'm going to do this myself. Obviously buy a compatible battery. Most websites have the number plate recognition to type in, and then it selects the right battery for you. So we've got the battery in the engine. Just there's a positive terminal, there's the negative terminal. Before I realised that the battery actually had a fault, I had to jump start the car one day. What I didn't realise was actually jump starting was using the positive to the positive, and then using an earthing point, which here we got an earthing rod in the middle, and on the other car there was an earthing point on the side. So doing that allowed us to jump the car, but a few days later it was dead again. So to take off, basically start with the negative first, and then you finish off also with the final part is putting the negative back on last. So once the negative is off, basically there was a little screw here that loosened up this collar, and then we can take the whole thing off. The positive actually had a large plastic housing on the top, so that was quite noticeable. Obviously it's importantly labelled because of the jump starting element. So I had to loosen off the bolt on the top there, and then I've loosened off the side piece here, so that loosens up and allows me to lever this up slightly, and then the whole piece slides off there. Next, the battery is actually held with these long bolts that are actually secured on the side, so we've got to undo the nuts on the top, and then that will allow it to slide off, and then we can take the rest of the plastic housing off. Once that is off, then obviously the battery will lift out, and then we can put the positive side negative again and put the new battery on. So I've got a similar battery here, which we'll see. Okay, so I've fitted the new battery in place. We've got the positive terminal, negative terminal on the other side. So this positive terminal has just been fitted on the top. You can see that's slid over this. This was this bolt comes, this nut comes off, and the whole positive terminal can slide off. Before we can take everything off, I think it's a size 10 spanner can fit into there, and that will loosen off and gradually loosen, and once that's loose enough, then the whole piece will actually lift off. So obviously reversing that was backwards, allows me to fit that back on, and then I'm just going to finish off this nut here, and I'll be able to fit the negative back on onto this side, and once that's in place we're going to go for a start.